Hello guys, a warm welcome to all of you. And today I'll be just taking on a step ahead of my previous video in which I was trying to I was trying to talk about vacuum, and vacuum was classified into the two categories. We have the classical vacuum, and we have the quantum mechanical vacuum. Now, the point is that in order to define or in order to reach out to some state of understanding what vacuum is, you start with an assumption. So, the assumption here we finally come across a very fabulous word. It is fabulous in a way that we say nothingness. But this nothingness does not carry an absolute meaning. The nothingness has its relativistic nature. Here, the relativistic does not refer to the speed of the light. What it refers to is that we have different arguments, we have different domains in which we use the word nothingness. So the target here is that I can at least put some light on what's called as nothingness. So I'll be talking about the nature of nothingness because it's not an absolute physical quantity. And finally, when we see things within us, the things outside us, they don't seem to be absolute, they have relativistic meanings. So, what we will have is a journey through philosophy, science, and beyond. It will be very brief inscription about the nothingness. So, what we have. So, what is nothingness? How do we call it? It's the absence of anything. Point is anything. No matter, no energy, no space, and no time. So this can be an argument about nothingness, that there is absence of these fundamental things. There's absence of matter, absence of energy, no space, and no time. And it's not all about the emptiness. It's not just the emptiness or vacuum. It's a deep concept that challenges language and logic. So the nothingness that we use in the framework of physics, it has its own boundaries, it has its own framework. And maybe the definition that I gave on the top of it is the nothingness that we particularly use in physical sciences. So talking about nothingness in philosophy, if we quote some of the examples like ancient philosophers like Parmenides, what he argued, nothingness is something that's impossible. The point is impossible. And there again, why is there something rather than nothing? So we can see the philosophical argument of this nothingness. Start. Nothingness is essential to human freedom and consciousness. So you can define something that is wild, something that can have a meaning when you say the word like freedom or the consciousness. Talking about Eastern philosophical views, in Buddhism we have a word what's called as sunyata, and it means emptiness. Emptiness is the ultimate nature of reality. So the point is, how can you connect with the definition that we started with the start of this video, talking about the absence of matter, absence of energy, absence of space. Now here, what we have is that this emptiness is the ultimate nature of reality. Taoism. The Tao is not a thing, but a generative void. Nothingness is not empty. It is fertile, full of potential. So these are the arguments that are coming in the framework of Eastern philosophies, in the framework of Buddhism. So here you have this nothingness is taking the point, a state of reference to define the other physical quantities that are relevant in this context. And we have scientific vacuums, and if I compare the two with each other, nothing and scientific vacuum, in physics, a vacuum is not truly nothing. As we started with the first slide, it has quantum mechanical fields in it. It has virtual particles in it, and these particles appear and disappear in quantum vacuum. Now, if we go back to the original definition, what it says, no matter, no energy, no space, no time. But you try to define the same nothingness in the framework of quantum world, it seems to have everything in it. It seems to have particles in it. These particles are popping up. They're appearing and disappearing in the quantum vacuum. So nothing in modern physics it's basically seething active. It's basically something. It's basically everything that we can think about. So, in fact, it was the uncertainty principle that certainly explains us that why we cannot actually observe this nothingness, this empty vacuum that we are talking about, because of the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. And what this principle says, it says even empty space has fluctuations. There's a quantum form. There's 0-point energy. There's space is never truly empty. So again, we can see here that everything has a meaning here in the framework of nothingness. See, what we say, we call it quantum nothingness. We use the word nothingness. And this nothingness is a complete contradiction to the first slide. It's a complete contradiction to that. Absence of matter. It has particles. Absence of energy. It has fluctuations. And these fluctuations must have some energy. And absence of space. It has space. Absence of energy. It has energy. So quantum nothingness, it seems to be it's not nothingness. It's like everything is there. So nothingness in quantum terms is full of the possibilities. So we cannot have a precise, absolute framework for nothingness. This nothingness is a relativistic term. It has meanings in different frameworks of investigation. Talking about the Big Bang and the origin of everything. So people take it, come on, the Big Bang. Some theories suggest that the universe arose from nothing. Okay? But this nothing had laws of physics, not total absence. There must have been the presence of laws of physics that has led to that explosion. If the Big Bang is taken as a complete theory, this nothingness has its own laws, because only those laws could lead us to what we are right now. The concept of nothing before time is is hard to define. It's very complicated. If we try to understand, if we try to explain the nothingness before the advent of time, in the framework of Big Bang, the time actually starts from the bang. So before the bang, there is no time. So you cannot have any argument to define this nothingness prior to the time, because time starts from the Big Bang. We have theological way of understanding the nothingness. What is it? There happens to have different categories defining this nothingness. So Nilo, God created the world from nothing. From many religious traditions, nothingness is the womb of the creation. So everything that you have is coming from that nothingness. Now, what is that nothingness? From the context of theology, we have no scientific answers, but there is an argument, still debated. Was there ever absolute nothing? So whatever nothing I said till now is having a definition in different frameworks, different frames of auditions. But at the same time, I would like to tell you that it seems to be the wrong word. Nothingness. There is not anything like absolute nothing. No, it's not anything like that. So maybe the word should not exist because there does not exist anything like nothing. Existentialism and human meaning. Existentialists face the void. Life has no inherent meaning. We create meaning in the face of nothing. Nothingness is the backdrop for freedom and authenticity. So here, your existence can be compared with nothingness. So nothingness is a hypothetical argument depending on the nature of reality that you are trying to explain. And that's clear here. So what this nothingness does, it plays a background role for freedom and authenticity. So modern thought and simulation hypothesis, what it says, some propose we live in a simulated universe. The universe is simulated and we are living in it. So physical matter of which we are made of and of which everything outside us is made of, it may be an illusion. And does that make the real world one of the mathematical nothingness? It raises the question, is something just a complex version of nothing? So the nothing word, it doesn't fit to the reality. It has to have everything to do with something. Because this something can have a comparison with everything else. But in a hypothetical sense, what we have taken an ideal character here as nothing. So something is just a complex version of nothing. So it has potential. We can see in many traditions, nothingness is not a dead end. It's a source of being, transformation, and possibility. So it's not nothing, it's something basically which has a potential. In physics, we cannot imagine anything happening without a gradient. If there is a gradient, you have the dynamics in action. And if the gradient is zero, your system is dead. It's in a state of equilibrium. So, in the same sense, what we have here is this nothingness has a potential, basically. It is a source of being, transformation, and possibilities. Emptiness can be generated. So the final thought about the argument on nothingness. Nothingness is not merely absence. It's a conceptual frontier. Science, philosophy, and spirituality each offer a unique lens of nothingness. I should call it something. So they use that something to report their arguments. So nothingness may be the most profound idea we can never fully grasp. So with this, this was a small piece of work I wanted to share with you because there was a comment given by somebody in my video. So I thought let's talk about nothingness, and I hope I have made my point. So goodbye and good luck.